away we go. Hey everybody, how you doing today? My name is Riley and thank you so much for stopping by. Guys, I'm back. A little eye reveal for you, make you feel real good. Oh my gosh, the glasses feel good. Guys, I got a big old green screen. You guys might not even notice the difference, but like, I can come so much further out. I can get expressive now. Ooh, I'm excited. I don't have the green screen around just my chair. But today we are gonna be playing a demo of a Kickstarter game called Haiku, the Robot. And so the demo is on Kickstarter. Anybody can go play it right now. So I will go ahead and share the link. Boom, right there in chat. Please be sure to check this out. Apparently this is kind of like a what do you call it? Inspired by Hollow Knight. And so Cranky Templar had said a little something about it on Twitter at one point, and I saw a tweet. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should live stream the demo. And then Jordan, who is the solo dev of this project, reached out and they're like, hey, if you do it, I'll join you. So now he's here. He's with us. Jordan, what is up? How you doing, my friend?
Hi everybody. Super happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, so I'm the solo dev behind Haiku. I basically do all of the art, animation, and coding. So Haiku's a little 2D action platformer, brackets Metroidvania, which is quite heavily focused on exploration, of course, and set in a post-apocalyptic world of virus-infected robots and machinery.
Good stuff, dude. I'm excited. There was also, I saw Cranky Templars playing and a bunch of other it seems like the Hollow Knight fandom as a whole has like just really got into this, and I feel like I'm almost behind for whatever reason, but yeah, I got on as soon as I can.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great to see, because I was kind of skeptical about how Hollow Knight fans would receive it, but I think it's like 99% positive feedback, and then you've got that 1% that obviously doesn't like it.
The 1% that is just like, this is a knockoff, or the one, or the 10% say it's a knockoff and this is dumb, or just people who just in general, nobody's gonna like everything you do anyways.
I think it's more like the die-hard hardcore Hollow Knight fans, which are just like, no, this is not Hollow Knight, and just try and axe it down, sort of thing. But I mean, it's like, honestly, it's like 1%. So whenever I read those comments, I'm just like, meh.
And that's all right. You know what? You can take inspiration from other places and whatever else. It's not that big of a deal. It's good. I'm excited. Let's see.
Have you played the demo before?
I have not. We're gonna be doing it live. Doing it live. Like I said, I did watch at least part of Cranky Templar's run, and Stizzle, who's another Hollow Knight extraordinaire who's doing it. But
yep.
Yeah. So let me say hey to some of these guys real quick. Sticky J and Jack Scott, Phoenix Primal, dude. You were throwing out all of the $1 donations earlier. Thank you so much. And Crispy PJ Robotic Keyboard, welcome back, my friend. And Nevada Smiles, ooh, you made it. Last time you were sleeping in. Yeah, I was worried I was gonna have to like call you or text you or something so you didn't miss the stream. Jasmine the Noob, I know Natalia's out there. Papa, welcome back, my friend. Guys, Foxy, welcome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Please, if you haven't already seen the Kickstarter, there is the link in the description, and it's also right there in chat. Go check it out, and we'll jump in. Let's play the game. So I'm playing on an Xbox controller. I imagine. Did you make the game? It's kind of, I know Hollow Knight, they have like the splash page right off the bat for controllers. Do you imagine people playing on keyboard more so, or controller more so, or it's kind of whatever?
Well, I hope controller. Well, I mean, this is obviously personal preference, right?
Yeah.
But I prefer controller, and I've seen when I've given the game to people to test, then it's much more intuitive on controller. So I would assume most people would play on controller, but it does support both.
Fair enough. Let's see. So I always like to mess around right off the bat and do like up attack, down attack, and so it looks like it's just like the regular attack.
Yeah.
At least right off the bat. Okay. And okay, so once we're down, we're not getting anywhere. So we're like this round robot. Does he have a? Looks like he's got antenna on the back too. That's kind of interesting. I don't think that's a hair. Is that what that is?
Yeah, they're antennas.
Ah, okay. And so why is he a round robot? Like what is his function, or why is he here doing whatever? Ooh, I felt that.
You felt that.
Yeah. I like the game when you take damage. It's visceral. It's good.
Oh, you're using the Xbox controller, right?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like, if you walk with the joystick and then just stop. So if you like run full speed and then stop, yeah, he does this look back.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've got to fix that still. So that might be an issue when you come to like attacking the boss, because he looks back and then you swing your sword.
Ah, interesting. Good to know.
Yeah, I got to fix that. Somehow it's the Xbox controller that like the joystick kind of moves a little bit when it goes back
when
to
it
its
snaps back, yeah.
normal position. So I need to implement some sort of like dead zone so it doesn't keep doing it.
So in honor of our friend Henry the Primal Aspid, who keeps dropping his $1 donations, are there any enemies in this game that are going to be as evil as the Primal Aspids?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I like to think that, you know, there will be some pain in the ass enemies, because otherwise it won't be, you know, frustrating, or like you have to have these kind of elements of frustration to the game. I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Adds to the addictiveness almost.
Oof.
But yeah, like going back to why he's round and stuff.
Yeah.
That part isn't really. I guess it's more like to do with his abilities, sort of thing. It kind of just fit the kind of abilities that I had planned. So I didn't really put that much thought into thinking why was he round.
Got it. I wasn't sure if like maybe like the reason he was built, like his lore, like his mission was for one reason or another. And real quick, Wesley Anderdale? I'm so bad with names. Thank you so much for the sub. And Gavin Brook, guys, thank you for the subs.
But like the original idea that I had for him was that he would only speak in haikus, so that's the whole reason why.
Oh, okay.
Haiku. But I kind of didn't like it in the end. Like I prefer these sort of characters that don't speak, you know, like it's kind of much more mysterious.
I like the sounds of when he's moving around, the clunkiness of it all. So speaking of haikus,
really good.
So on the Kickstarter page, if you guys don't know, this is a Kickstarter demo. There's the link right there. Oops, I should probably click back in so I can actually move. You're asking people to submit haikus. Oh my gosh, I'm already gonna like die. Ooh, that heartbeat. Very very interesting. I said feel it. So yeah, so people can submit their own haikus. Woo. Woo. Whoops. Can I get enough in the chat?
We've got like a few good ones.
Yeah,
already.
Were there a few good ones?
Yeah, like I kind of like the ones, like I'm probably spoiling it here, but spoiling the competition a bit. But I'm kind of biased towards the ones which are like about how the Earth has like been destroyed and stuff like that. You know, like this kind of post-apocalyptic vibes. Oh, is that?
Yeah, it's just I was waiting until you were done talking before I said something. It looks like there's something here. This is gonna open up or do something later. I don't know.
Yeah, I removed something from there, but I must have not removed the hitbox.
And is he swinging a shovel?
It's meant to be a sword,
Okay.
but at the beginning, it's very short. So, ooh, did I disconnect?
No, I can hear you.
I think I disconnected.
No,
Alright,
I
cool.
hear you.
So yeah, at the beginning, it's meant to be short, and it gets longer.
Ah,
Game
okay.
progresses. Like the sword kind of has an important role in the story.
Like Zelda.
Pretty much.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, going back to the haikus,
Yeah.
then I read like one of my favorites. It goes, "The earth has reclaimed, the tin heart twinned with the virus untamed, trickling rusty tears." So like these, I will pick like, I don't know how many I want to pick at the moment, because I was just like, I don't want to set a number of like 10.
Yeah.
And then there's like 20 amazing ones or something, you know? So I just thought I'd just pick like the best ones and then add them as like kind of totems or something to the game.
Very cool. So yeah, so again, chat, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can write a haiku, and use a hashtag. Is it hashtag haiku or haiku game or
Haiku Kickstarter.
haiku Kickstarter? There you go. And yeah, best haikus are gonna get added somewhere.
Yeah, I was hoping just to dot them around the map.
Ah, that's what you're talking about. Running full speed and it'll catch you. Cha cha cha. Okay. Let's see. Do you know how many number of areas and number of enemies that you're shooting to get in this game?
So areas, it's about 7 to 8. This is like one of the areas. This is the garbage area.
Okay.
There's a few more enemies for the garbage area. It's just, I wanted just to keep it simple for the demo and not to give like too much away. I felt like this was a nice balance already.
Yeah.
But each it's kind of hard to say like how many enemies each area is gonna have, right? Because
Yeah.
like I would just sit down and think, okay, I'm gonna draw a bunch of enemies for the electric area, and you just start churning out like different kind of concepts and stuff. It really depends on like how much inspiration you have on that day.
Yeah, for sure. Does it take you a long time to make enemies at this point, or is it something that gets faster and faster as you go?
It's definitely something that gets faster when you know like the sprite size and kind of the art style that you want to take and stuff like that. Like at the beginning, it's just very, very experimental, right? Because you're kind of playing still, but now that you've kind of got a solid idea down, then you kind of want to keep it consistent.
Interesting. I just noticed that as you attack your enemies, your bomb meter goes down faster. I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I hope to change the visuals of that because it doesn't look very appealing in my opinion at the moment. But for the demo, I was like, yeah, that would kind of do.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Okay, we can't.
But I
get
see
over there
you've got
yet.
the bomb ability already.
The what? The bomb? Yeah.
The bomb.
Really like how you can hit big balls and they bounce around, right, Xanther? Let's see. It looks like Desolate Dive, more or less, right? Right? Is that the inspiration for the bomb? Was Desolate Dive, or is it, or was that not necessarily a specific inspiration from Hollow Knight?
No, it's more from Metroid. You know, like how you can bomb in Metroid, but you leave, instead of leaving like a little bomb on the floor, I was thinking maybe Haiku could just explode. But I'm still kind of playing around with the idea of maybe it's like not a explosion bomb, but sort of an electric bomb and stuff like that.
Good stuff. Hey, Goshen Games, how you doing, my friend? Guys, if you don't know Goshen's Games, he's another YouTuber live streamer. He's been doing a lot of Fall Guys and just having a really, really good time of that. And so, yeah, he's saying that he loves the music. He says a lot of Metroid vibes with it. And yeah, I can hear it. I like that little whistle in there. I don't know if that's there's little sounds in there. It sounds good.
Yeah, there's like this little melody, right, that plays occasionally like through the background. I think it's really nice.
That. So would there be multiple paths to access the different areas, or would the game be pretty linear, do you think?
No, I definitely don't want it to be linear. Like,
good. I was really worried that the answer was not going to be that for whatever reason.
No.
It's like, oh man. Because even
I made. Go on, sorry.
I was gonna say, even like Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori of the Will of the Wisp, like they're big games, and you could kind of go one way and then another, but it wasn't like I don't know. Did you happen to play Ori and the Will of the Wisps, the more recent one?
Like I was telling you earlier,
Oh yeah.
I don't really have time to play games anymore. But I
Basically, yeah.
have
Go ahead.
seen videos. I
Yeah.
have seen videos and like watched I spoke to friends about it as well, and they said that it's quite linear.
Yeah, basically you'd go through, you could collect you had to collect all of the abilities first, and then after that it would branch out from the center, and you could go into one of 4 directions, and each of those 4 directions would give you a new ability that wasn't required but could be helpful as you do the other 3, and so on and so forth. Let's see. Somebody's asking, that's a game of Team Cherry? No, so we are playing a Kickstarter game that is by a solo dev, and we're interviewing the dev right now, Jordan, and yeah, super hyped. In fact, I'm gonna bring it up real quick. I think I've got it. Where do I have it? It's over here. Yeah. This is the Kickstarter page. So.
Wow! Look at that! It went up.
Yeah, was that live?
I think so.
So 635 backers for almost $22,000. Can we get it? No, come on, $22,000. It's right there. It's like $50 away. $50 away. So definitely worth checking this out. And there's a bunch of different like pledging options. I went and got which one was it? I got the early bird beta tester. So this is the 30 euro one. So I got this one. And how many of these are left?
They're all gone.
Oh, they're already gone.
They kind of get pushed to the bottom once they go.
Yeah. And so let's see, about what was it? About $39 for the US dollars for this backer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good stuff. So, and speaking of which, look, Mossbag likes the game. Just saying, guys, if you like Mossbag, he already said it was good stuff. Where was it? You added in the... Oh, I saw it earlier. It was all of the things that you wanted to do for the stretch goals.
Yeah, if you keep going down, I think you'll get to it. All right. Oh, there you go.
Was that it? Right there? I thought there was also an image.
Yeah, I thought there was an image as well.
I just can't control F it because it's an image. So,
yeah, just I think it's like towards the bottom. I tried adding it in 2 places.
There it is. So yeah, so fully funded at 22K, so you're coming up pretty close on that. Yeah, and then a Switch port at 25K. I personally love games like this on the Nintendo Switch. And then there's languages. And so have you given any thought as to what you want to do for some of the stretch goals? And speaking of chat, in a game like this, what would you want to see as stretch goals? Like extra bosses, extra enemies, etc., etc. What would you want to see?
Yeah, like I have planned at least like a boss rush and maybe an alternative ending, and then probably the last stretch goal would be a new game plus, because that just sounds so scary to me from a developer perspective.
When you say new game plus, like literally a whole new game, like Silksong is a new game, or new game plus is in like the way Hollow Knight had a Steel Soul mode?
Yeah, basically the latter. So like just a harder difficulty sort of second run.
Yeah, I think that sounds super interesting, because even like the old Zelda games had like the what do you call it, the master mode, right?
Mm-hmm. Just trying to see if there's any suggestions in the chat.
Yeah.
Secret alternative endings are the best. Pantheon.
Oh yes. Yeah, alternate endings, or like if you get all the collectibles, if there's a bunch of collectibles or something like that, and there's nothing at the end, I'm gonna be upset. I'm letting you know right now. I'll put my foot down on that one.
That is speed run. Like that was another thing as well that I was kind of thinking about, is whether to add a speed running mode or just make the whole entire game speed runnable.
Ooh, there you go.
Because yeah. I don't see the point of adding a specific mode for it. I think the whole game should just be speed runnable, and that's it.
like similar in the way that Hollow Knight has the timer at the end, right? Like that just made it really friendly to it. So you should make enemies that shoot little scraps like a ladder, or a bunch of mini bolts, or maybe even other enemies. Let's see. Blizmo, definitely want this on the Switch. Let's try speedrunning Hollow Knight, maybe one day. Let's see. Trying to see. Hey, what's up, Reagan? How you doing? Welcome, guys. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. So we're gonna jump back into it. Whoa! The bomb just went off. Okay, so we got this little NPC there. Hello there. I got a bit of lost down here. I only came to study how much of the virus had spread, and now I can't seem to find my way out. Is there any extra? Nope, same dialogue. Okay. Speaking of lore, how will the player get their lore throughout this game? Is it pretty much through NPCs, or will there be, excuse me, any sort of like, I doubt we're gonna see like a cutscene, but maybe it's like reading on like terminals, or what are we thinking with that?
Yeah, like some of the story is gonna be more upfront, but I think a lot of the lore and stuff like that will be.
You gotta hunt it down.
That part would be like, yeah, that part would be quite inspired from Hollow Knight. Let's say like just the storytelling and the characters and the world building. Because I really enjoy that in Hollow Knight, just to go exploring and you find like some totem and you're just like, oh, they're like usually quite cryptic, those totems, but still it's quite fun just to find and read them. For sure.
Had scary mechanical bosses, said Primal Aspid. Oh. Oh, is that okay, so that sound is like the flapping of their wings. When you get close, it gets louder. I also like how their faces remind me of like a controller. Like the plus and minus.
Okay. I get different. Oh.
Hey, you found me. I'm Dwarf, and I'm also running a Kickstarter right now. I think I must have fell asleep and awoken in an alternate timeline or something. Hey, check that out. So I think I saw this. So is he making another game? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, so they're a small indie team that are making a game, and they're also running a Kickstarter. So as it's usually kind of good practice to promote each other's Kickstarters and stuff. So I wanted to do something a little different and actually add him to the game.
Very cool. Ooh. I'm really digging the sounds and stuff that are happening in this game. Press E to roll. Okay, I'm gonna guess that's Y. Okay.
I thought I fixed that for the Xbox. Interesting.
So am I able to? Yeah. So you can roll while in the air. Okay. So we were here earlier, but I can't remember what was next.
Yeah, I think it's a bit more difficult when you're talking. With someone.
Right.
But
do the enemies? Oh, sorry, good.
I will have like a map in the final game. I just felt like the demo wasn't that big enough, so it didn't really need it.
Yeah.
But in the final game.
Oh, okay. I did come this way. It just looks different because I blew up the ground and forgot that I had done that.
But that's good feedback for me, at least.
As far as the
ground blowing up, because I think like if you leave some sort of
marker,
like marker or visual cue, right, that you've been here and you've blown this up, I think that's actually very good. Very good feedback.
It was. Yeah, at first this looked like a whole new area. But I think I already went to this area. This is where I got the bomb. Okay. Let's see. Was there anything that was a lot easier or harder to learn when coding? Like, was there anything you're like, oh man, this is gonna be really hard, and you do it, and you're like, oh, that was not so bad, or anything that was just like, okay, I just need to do this one little thing, and you're like, this took me 3 hours.
Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of that.
A lot of that.
Like the boss, when I first tried to code a boss, it was terrible. But the second time at it, I was kind of scared because of how bad the first time went. And then the second time it was actually a lot easier, and I'm quite happy with how the boss turned out. But yeah, there's definitely been times, like for the save system that I implemented in this demo, I must have worked like a whole day on it, trying to just figure it out. And then after I had everything done, I found like a much better implementation, and I was just like, oh man, I just spent like all day doing this. I'm not gonna do it again. And it kind of works for now, so I just left it like that for the demo. But there are so many things like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Somebody was asking, is this going to be on the Nintendo Switch? That's actually one of the stretch goals, because this is a Kickstarter game, and if they can make it up to $25,000 by the end, which speaking of which, I haven't even said that once. When does the Kickstarter end?
So it ends in 2 weeks, or just over 2 weeks. It's on the 9th of October.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, 2 weeks. That's coming up quick. Oh, you know what I was thinking? When you first walk by this, if you're like running at full speed, it should just grab you the first time and like make you heal it. I think it would catch the player off guard.
Yeah, okay.
Who's writing the music for this? Did you make it?
No, I didn't make it. I tried writing my own music, and it was so bad. But I have a guy whose name is Guy Jones. So that always humors me, but he's really good, and he's helping me with all the music.
I keep saying it over and over again, but the sound cues of like, yep, this was and it happens every time.
Yeah, I gotta fix that.
No, it's too fun.
Stacking on top of each other.
Howdy there, I'm Captain Carrot. So, what do you think about this game, Haiku the Robot, so far? Pretty neat, huh? Damn, I wish there was a map in this demo, though. I'm always making a pixel platformer game over on twitch.tv/whitevault. Come check me out sometime. Nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of a friend of mine at this point.
That's awesome.
I wanted to throw in something for him. That's his actual sprite. I didn't actually make that.
Oh, so really? That's cool.
Where it's Captain Carrot.
It's always fun that like once you start doing things that are creative like this, and you start like learning and I don't know, just being part of like any sort of community, you end up just making friends who are out there. Like I don't know, like slowly I've been just becoming been able to reach and talk with like Mossbag and Rusty the Superforge and some of the other like Hollow Knight YouTubers and stuff. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you really do build a community. So, and like the indie or the dev community are so supportive as well. So
oh, for
great.
Sure. Hey, thank you for the kind words, Adam. I'd say the sprites are pretty cool. I like them a lot. What's up, Jacob Lawrence? Hi, really. You're my favorite YouTuber, and I watch all of your videos. Thank you so much for that, man. We were talking earlier. We're like, man, sometimes you have good days and you have bad days. Like as a content creator in general, sometimes you feel like you know what you're doing and you're getting in a good groove, and other days you're like, I don't even know what video I'm making tomorrow or whatever. It just you kind of feel like you've got it and then you don't got it. I don't know. So anyway, the kind words definitely help. Thank you, my friend. Ooh. I like that. Let's see. So have you come up with other game ideas as you were either game ideas or concept as you were making Haiku?
Yeah. So like my partner is probably sick and tired of like hearing me all the time.
It's been like, we should do that. Look
yeah,
over there.
basically. Like one of the ideas that I was really playing around with was like a procedurally generated Metroidvania. Like I just like everybody says it's not possible, and I was just thinking, nah, I'm pretty sure I could do it.
Yeah.
But yeah. yeah, it's hard to stay like consistent. Like you get all these new ideas and stuff like that, and you should really think them through before trying to implement them or
Oh,
even
for sure.
consider them.
Because I'm sure each idea is just like, yeah, it sounds cool, but then it just takes so much time to actually implement or do something.
Yeah, or it breaks, like
Yeah.
some part of the game. So planning is important.
Let's see what else I have on here. Oh, are you ready for some Haiku super fans to go out and start getting like tattoos and stuff like that?
It still mind boggles me the fact that people even, like the game. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
Right?
Like, I don't even, like, I was so nervous releasing the demo. Because,
I bet.
Because you just feel like it can always be better, And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna bite the bullet and just put it out there. Because I need to do it someday anyway.
Yep.
And I'm so happy that I did, because like the kind of feedback that I've got has just been so good.
Yep.
Overwhelmingly positive, and I don't know, it's real, like it's given me a real motivation boost just to keep going. But I couldn't imagine people getting tattoos. Like, that's just insane.
Oh, give me that money. Oh, what mechanisms did you not want to copy from Hollow Knight? Because I'm noticing like there's no like knockback. Like when I hit that enemy, I'm not like pushed back a little bit as I go, which is one thing it took me a very long time to get used to in Hollow Knight. That, and there's no up attack or down attack unless it's something that comes later. I'm trying to think of what else there is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I've been wary of Hollow Knight in a sense, because it kind of gets you down a little bit when like you put all your time and energy. I must spend like 3 hours a day while working like a full-time job, at least 3 hours a day into this, and then for somebody just to come on social media, which is very easy to do, right? And just say, oh, it's Hollow Knight, but reskinned. Then you're just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So I tried to, like, Hollow Knight's a great game, and I think it's good to take inspiration from, but, like, you have to be a bit careful that you don't get sucked into that bubble, like where you just want to do everything that Hollow Knight has, because...
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a great game. Like the charm system is something that I want to do, but then I don't want to do it. I want to try and take what the concept is, which is personalizing your character, right, to your play style, but do it differently. So like, that's one of my biggest challenges at the moment that I'm facing, is how can I allow that personalization to players, but without just copying Hollow Knight's charm system.
Well, I mean, without it being a charm system, I mean, I imagine that you only have, it's really easy to default into that, right? Man, because my initial idea is just like, well, you're a robot, so you've got only so many upgrade slots. And I was just like, well, that sounds like a charm notch. So yeah, how do you do that? I guess maybe look at other games that have Ooh, I thought I was dead on that one. Look at other games that have upgrades and progression and whatever else, and see like what was good or bad or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's basically what I do. Like, I just try and look at other games and take inspiration from other places. I think you've disconnected somehow. I can't really see what you're doing.
I still hear you. Check 1 2. You can hear me, you just can't see it?
Yeah, I just can't see it.
Let me see if I can't bring it up in Discord real quick. Let's see. screen 1. Go live. How's that? Is that better?
That's much better. Thanks.
I see that there is a way to like jump in the air after you pass by quite a bit. It reminds me a little bit more of like Dead Cells. I mean, in Hollow Knight and other games, some of them aren't this friendly. That's really nice.
Yeah, I think like the where you're jumping is probably right on the limit. Like you really nailed this jump. But like I wanted to leave these little things in. They're all like intentional, mainly because I wanna like allow speedrunners to like figure these things out and then like potentially just do their crazy speedrunning things, which is kind of cool because it's already happened in a sense.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, huh?
Yeah, if you roll, then because it has a bounce, you bounce and then you can kind of jump as late as possible and it will get you like a little extra height. And I was just like, what? That's crazy.
That's awesome. Let's see. I don't want to go in there. I'm going to try and find another way around. Oh, wait.
So if you bounce with the ball, so let's say you fall off that ledge, and the ball bounces, you can like jump while the ball is still in the air. So it does like that small bounce.
Oh yeah.
Like it takes some time to get used to, but exactly like that, yeah.
I saw what was going on there. Oh. Okay. Yeah. There's definitely an extra little bit in there. Okay.
So yeah, stuff like that.
Hey, what's up, Clarkatron? How you doing, my friend? Welcome back. Do you remember me? I do remember you, Barry. What's up, Angel? I just want to say hey real quick. PJ, maybe you want to heal? Yeah, I probably do need to heal. Volume warning ahead. All right. Well, chat, I guess volume warning. Okay. Whoa! Okay.
It makes it look easy.
Yeah, easy.
Alright, I jinxed it.
I cheated though. I watched Stizzle play. I didn't play it. You asked did I play it? I didn't play it. I watched Stizzle play. So I know that you can't roll underneath them, and that was a problem that a lot of people were having. That they were trying to roll.
Yeah. Because I originally for like the full game, you wouldn't be able to get the roll ability before that boss anyway. So
yeah.
Kind of an oversight from my side when doing it for the demo.
That's all good.
Because the demo, like, I just basically kind of condensed it down, right, and made it a bit more streamlined.
Yeah. Ooh. There we go. I'm gonna get back into the fight. Was that one thing that was hard to design as far as like just the save points in the game and like how far they are away from bosses and different things like that?
It is, and I purposely put this one a bit far just to see how people would react. It's such a good way to get feedback. It's unbelievable. Like just watching people play is literally the best feedback that I could ask for. And because like I'm not interfering with what they're doing, so I'm not telling them anything. It's just literally them figuring out for the first time. Which is kind of hard because when you're developing the game, you kind of get so deep into it, right? That you kind of
what's going on here? The game's, it's super loud.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. I should have remembered to turn it down. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna turn that like way down. Crimson Zero says this is a unique boss. Hey, thanks for the F's in the chat. Hey, Clark. Prime. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Kyle isn't mod. Let's see. How do you guys attain stickers for the chat? Those are for members. Anybody who has a little face next to them is a member, and they get emojis for that. Yeah. Okay. Oop. Gotta click back in. Oop.
How long have you been streaming for now?
Tonight? Today? Right now?
No, not today, but just like in general.
I've been making YouTube videos for about 3 years now. I just had my my 3-year anniversary. I started out making videos for Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then yeah,
beautiful game.
so much fun, right?
Yeah.
And then what I do after that? I think I did a bunch of just random games, just trying to find anything to. I'm always testing. I'm always trying to figure out like what's gonna work with my channel and my style and whatever else, and just kind of not being afraid to fail and just being okay with putting out 3 or 4 videos on one thing and just always testing. Fail faster, right?
That's a great mentality to have.
So
Not being afraid to fail. I think that's like, yeah, it's like a big problem these days. That people are scared to do stuff or try stuff, and like, what's the harm in trying?
Yeah, worst case scenario, nobody sees it, and then I don't have to worry about it. Maybe I spent some time on it, and I could have spent my time doing something else.
Yeah, but I mean, you still learn, right?
Oh yeah, every time.
So yeah, it's still worth it in the end, I say. Same with the Kickstarter. Like, I mean, that was kind of the thing that kind of got me, you know, to do it. Was like, what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't get funded, and it's a lesson learned, and that's it. You know.
Exactly. Let's see, Air Nomad with a $5 super chat. Sup, Aurelia? Always love knowing the new games you like. Makes me test out new games as well. Well, thank you so much, Air Nomad. I hope that you enjoy it. Again, there's the link to the Kickstarter. Make sure you guys go check it out. Actually, I'm curious to see if anybody's backed it just since we've been playing this little bit. Oh, it's definitely going up. So the number of backers didn't seem to go up, but the pledges definitely did. So interesting.
Maybe somebody adjusted their pledge. That kind of happens. That people like pledge one sort of amount and then they kind of raise it later.
Right. Let's see.
The difficult part is when people cancel pledges.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm sure I'm not used to seeing that happen, or I'm sure it's one thing that you're not expecting it to happen, right? Even such a short period of time.
I was kind of taken back by it the first time, but luckily, it's all right. Like, I get it. Like, we live in weird times right now. And
yeah, that
so
too.
I'm not gonna be like.
Oh, I'm not clicked into the game. There we go. Okay. Alright, I turned it down a lot for chat, but it's still really loud for me. I should have turned it down for myself. That's okay, though. I always gotta remember to use a bomb. Ooh.
Yeah, so the bomb does like 3 damage.
3 damage as opposed to 1 damage for the sword? Ooh. Alright, alright. I just love how much the music just goes with his attacks.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, when my music guy sent everything over, I was like, man.
Ooh.
So happy with all.
Got him, coach. We got him. Chat time. That's right. That's right. Oh shoot! Because I turned the desktop audio down for the game, and that's essentially you as well. Should be better now. Thanks, chat.
Cool. Yeah, I think like when people compare it to Hollow Knight, I think Stizzle like left a comment on one of his videos, and he said like I think the graphics and the abilities and art style are like Metroid inspired, and then like the characters, world building, and storytelling are Hollow Knight inspired. And I was like, that pretty much sums it up nicely.
It's good. Impressive for a small little robot. That poor soul, he was completely corrupted by the virus. Press A twice. So did we ever learn why there are no people in this post-apocalyptic time?
Yeah.
We do? Okay.
I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah.
But yeah, I really like the inspiration sort of thing for the game is kind of like you know, like Matrix, how it's like a post-apocalyptic world which is just run by machines and stuff like that, but like there the humans still live and stuff, so I kind of going off of those vibes.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm like a big Matrix fan anyway, so.
I think I liked the first couple of them. I can't remember if I ever liked the last one.
Yeah, I mean, the last ones get a bit cheesy, but it's still just a good, like, I don't know, I just really love the whole kind of story and idea behind it, that I can kind of look past the cheesiness and just try and appreciate it for what it is story-wise.
Right. All right. Whoa. Ah! I just want to fight all the enemies. I don't know why, but double jump is always so nice to have too. Is this? Like something I can blow up or interact with. Ooh, is this? Wait, are we? Is this the same guy we found earlier? It is. Now. Now I need to just remember where I need to go. My brain is like, it just broke. Where did I
think it's a lot harder like playing and talking to someone for sure. Especially when there's no map.
It makes it... Wait, isn't this where I was? Oops. Is this the same place? Did I do a big circle? Thanks for playing the demo. There it is. Thanks for playing the demo.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into Haiku's world. I bet you've been wondering what you can spend your spare parts on. That part isn't implemented yet, but you can make it happen. If you like what you see, then please consider backing the Kickstarter campaign. Thank you. So guys, here's the link to the Kickstarter campaign. Please check it out. I'm hyped. From what I see already, like, I could see this being a good game. I know you had talked about it being roughly 8 different areas, and then the number of enemies will just kind of come as you're going. I think I heard you say roughly how long were you hoping for the game to be? Barring any extra stuff from stretch goals.
I mean, I would hope that it would be like 8 hours. I think like 8 hours is a solid experience for like a Metroidvania. Like at least 8 hours. That's what I'm hoping for.
Let's see. Robotic Keyboard was, I think, grabbing some extra questions, and he's going to put them in the Discord so I can see them. Robotic, put them in the collab chat because I think you've got access to that. I think he's got access to that, and if he doesn't, then we'll find out here shortly. Because yeah, hashtag haiku questions. There we go. Even better. Let's see, extra questions you have for haiku. In fact, I can put this on here. So yeah, if anybody has any questions that that I had missed earlier, feel free to throw it in here. Let's see. Is that the tracker you have down there at the bottom? A cursor, a custom overlay?
I'm assuming they're referring to what exactly the
custom tracker, an overlay.
Maybe they're referring to the speedrunning build.
It might be.
Because that has like a timer at the bottom.
Could be.
And that is a custom overlay. Like I usually make everything. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't just use like, you know, free assets up there. I do sometimes, but most of the time I have to redraw it or redo it or something. Like I just have this. I don't know why I do it, to be honest. It just takes so much time when I can just use a bunch of free stuff out there.
Oh, somebody. Tyler was asking about the hornet at the bottom of the screen. Sorry, that was actually when people subscribe to the YouTube channel, there's a little hornet that runs across the bottom of the screen, and it's just a subtrain. Got it. Okay. See, how hard do you intend this game to be? That's a good question.
I don't know. Like, I don't want it to be as hard as Hollow Knight because, well, I kind of do and I kind of don't. But I was talking with my partner and she had a good idea, which was like, you know, you could implement some sort of, have a mode where bosses would slightly get easier based off of like how many times you tried. You know, like the health might go down a little bit, so like it makes it a little bit more easier.
Yeah,
but
I know there's some people who definitely. Yeah, that's a good idea. Because I know there's definitely some people who'd be into that for sure.
Yeah, like some people just want to. I mean, like as I get older, I kind of appreciate it a bit more as well. Like they just want to come home and just chill out. You know, like they don't want to be stressed out trying to get past the watchers or whatever you call them, the little roly-poly dudes.
I can't tell you how many people were like, I've been doing the first Hornet fight like 30 times. I'm so frustrated. There's a lot of people who quit the game due to the first Hornet fight.
And what's that? It's like the second boss or something, or mini boss or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's the second one.
Well, to be honest, I quit the game like on that boss. I first tried to play it in like October, because a lot of people were saying, you know, if you're making a Metroidvania, play Hollow Knight, and like rightly so. So I tried playing it, and I was just like, man, this is too hard. But then my brother got it for me on the Switch, and that for some reason was a lot easier to play on the Switch. I don't know why. But yeah, I just got up to the roly-poly dudes, and I just really, really can't get past them. They just mess me up.
Let's see. For the Superfan pledge, is there a design for the mug, t-shirt, socks, or have they yet to be designed? No, those are, all the designs are on there. There's like images for all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's
yeah, they're all like hand designed by myself as well. My favorite is definitely the mug and the socks. I just love socks.
Yeah, so
but
here's the stuff.
If you go down a bit further, you can actually see them in big.
There we go. So yeah, so the super fan, there's the shirts in white, black, and then there's the mug. Well, those look interesting. Ooh, where did my mouse go? There we go. Ah, boss. I like it.
But yeah, like, how do you feel? Like, just quickly jumping back to the difficulty. Like, how did you feel the difficulty of the first boss?
I liked it a lot, but then again, I've also been one. I saw the boss before I fought the boss, so that was cheating. Like I already knew what the moves were going to be. I knew not to roll underneath him, etc. Other than that, I mean, it felt really good. It was between the sound design, which I don't know why I'm just really digging in this game. The actual difficulty was great. I feel like it didn't take too long to get to the next phase. Like it was probably borderline of like, okay, when's the next thing? But I feel like it was a fair amount for the fight. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't like super like increase his HP or anything like that. But other than that, I felt like, yeah, it was a good fight. There was a lot of what did he do? He did his swing attack. He smashed on the ground. He had all the things raining from the top. And then the black things come from the bottom. Like those were like the 4 main attacks. There might have been some like variation of it in there. And I feel like that's like a good number of things to learn or moves to learn. Yeah, no, it was good. I honestly I liked it a lot. I like that's a good level of difficulty, especially for earlier on. I wouldn't make it harder for something early stage.
Cool. Like that's great to hear, man. I'm also quite happy with it. I think like in my mind, a good boss fight is one that makes you move around the screen. So there's nothing worse than just standing there and just like spamming the attack button. And
definitely.
That's it.
Yep. Let's see. Do you know of, or do you have at least an idea of how many bosses you want in the game?
Well, I can say that there's probably going to be like 4 main bosses because it ties in with the story. And then pretty much there'll be some like tutorial bosses which kind of you have to go through, and then there'll be just a bunch of optional bosses really. Because like going back to what we were talking about earlier about, if we want it to be linear or non-linear and stuff like that, I would really like it if it just kind of guided you at the beginning of the game and then slowly just let go of your hand, where you can just explore however you want and you can basically like finish the game however you want. That would be ideal for me.
Yeah, I think the only thing you have to watch out for with something like that is you might remember from like the old NES games or SNES games, maybe even Nintendo 64. There's certain games like the old Zelda games. Like let's say you were playing Breath of the Wild, or not Breath of the Wild, sorry, Ocarina of Time or something like that. There's certain games where if you stopped playing it for a month, 2 months, whatever, or even a week, and you just forgot, oh shoot, what was I supposed to be doing? There'd be nothing to like let you know what to do next, and that could be it's nice not to have your hand held, but then you also run the risk of like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing as well, right?
Yeah. All right. So maybe like a better description would be like, like I've been playing with this idea of having like 3 possible paths all the time. Something like that would kind of be.
Yeah.
Like if you were to draw it out as a tree, it would be like a tree with like where each branch just splits into like 3 kind of at key points.
Got it.
Like I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but
that makes sense. It sounds like you got a plan though, which is good.
Yeah,
let's see.
Definitely.
Where does that little robot keep that big sword?
Yeah, I don't know. You can come up with creative answers, I think, for that question.
Yeah, right. Snake Cat God, does the money despawn in the game? Imagine when you leave the room and come back, but does it like despawn on the ground?
Not the money that you collect from like the new money that you collect, but I didn't have time to implement it for the demo, but in order to make the death a little bit more punishing, because at the moment it doesn't really matter if you die, you don't lose anything, you just lose, I don't know, maybe some progression, and that's about it, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking every time you take a hit, a bit like in Sonic, you would drop coins, right, in Sonic, like or rings, sorry, So like Haiku would drop some of his currency, and that will only have like a 5 second window for you to pick up.
Got it. That makes sense. Let's see. I was happy to hear you aren't pulling Ori and just copying Hollow Knight's blood. He knows the stuff between. Question about mechanics. What video games inspired the movement? Like the Knight's moves, like Mega Man Zero, Inertia. What inspired you?
Obviously, like you just it's kind of hard. You kind of look at like a lot of games and just take inspiration, because like if you try to think of something new, honestly, like everything's kind of already been done. Like you think you have like some super original idea.
Nothing's original anymore.
And then like somebody would just be like, "Oh, this is this," and you're like, "Oh, okay." Like when a similar game released with Kunai, which was, I think it released at the beginning of this year, and that visually looked quite similar to my one, and I was just like, "Oh man!" Like I thought I had, you know, like this minimal kind of color palette and stuff like that, like the backgrounds and stuff, and they had already done it. So that kind of got me down. But like when it comes to the abilities, then I did want to plan a dash, which is from Hollow Knight, of course. Like that's kind of, I really like how Hollow Knight's dash works.
But that's good in like every Metroidvania game, like or in a lot of them, right? So I mean, it's not even like it's not even Hollow Knights at this point. It just so happens to be the one that's top of mind, especially with this community in particular.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but like the roll ability is essentially Samus's morph ball as well. But then, like I would like to get a good grapple hook in there as well. Like I think a grapple hook at the end of the game would really kind of make you think about all the like areas that you've just explored and how you can explore them again.
Good stuff. Let's see. Why did you choose to make it so you can only heal at a certain time?
I kind of that part is kind of not finished at the moment, in all honesty.
Well, because
like
so it sounds like it's also it's a save point. It's not that you can only heal at one point. It's a save point, and that's why you're able to heal.
Yeah, exactly. And for the demo, I had coded these little health pickups. Only 2 enemies actually drop them. That's why they're so random and they're so scarce.
Why are they so random and scarce? So, I want to make sure I got that.
It's simply because I did it and I wasn't really sure of it, right? So, and then I kind of forgot that I had it in there. But then when I realized that I had it in there in the demo, I was like, well, I'll leave it in, and then I'll just see how people react to them. But I'm not sure about the health drops. I really need to think the whole healing system again.
Fair enough.
Because again, like, you know, a great system is having some sort of like bar that feels like a mana bar, and then you spend mana to heal yourself, or you spend coins to heal yourself, or something like that, or you just put more heal points.
Or in this case, you're picking up bolts and stuff as currency, as money, which you could potentially use to heal yourself as well, right? Yeah, exactly. Like you could kind of put yourself back together again, sort of thing. Yeah, right. Let's see. Nevada Smiles, how you doing, my friend? How long did it take you until you were satisfied with your first draft of the game? we were talking about this earlier as well. Like before I released the demo, I wasn't 100% satisfied. Like you can always add more, you know, like imagine like adding a bunch of more stuff that you can just destroy and more detail to like the background and stuff like that. But when I saw like my friends kind of playing it, and like even my partner's family started playing it, like just to play test it. So like once I saw that her mom could, you know,
used the controls and it was intuitive enough for her, then I was like, okay, this might be like all right, like might be a like an easy kind of game to get into.
Yeah.
But you're kind of never really satisfied. Well, look, that's a bug, isn't it? You just keep walking into that.
Got him.
Yeah, like once I released or saw people playing it, then I think this kind of pressure from my shoulders like really lifted.
Definitely. Let's see. Was Rolling Move inspired by Starbound, and you're saying that was from Metroid?
Yeah,
how,
like
go ahead.
if you check the sprite, it's almost 1-to-1. I'm kind of scared that Nintendo's gonna tell me off.
You think so? I don't know.
It's almost 1-to-1. It's not 1-to-1, of course. But
Yeah.
I doubt they could say
No,
it.
I doubt they would. They'd have to find you first.
Yeah.
Let's see. How large do you expect the finished world to be? And we had said 8 areas potentially, and roughly 8 hours, give or take. But as far as size, I don't know how else you would measure size other than in time and number of areas.
Yeah. The demo is about 16 rooms, I think. I think it was 16.
And then, is that roughly how many rooms you would have per
like,
area?
The initial idea for the garbage area is that it's kind of the tutorial area.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be some bigger areas, and there'll be some small areas as well. So it's kind of all a work in progress, I guess.
Makes sense. Let's see. Will you have any NPC vendors? And for sure there will be. I think that was on the Kickstarter page. Or most all your upgrades be found in world, mix of both.
Mix of both, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's on the Kickstarter page, yeah.
Let's see. Read difficulty. Have you considered player modulated difficulty, i.e. in-game choices? Examples, you can get benefits in Sekiro by doing things that make the game harder. In the original Dark Souls, sorcery builds were deliberately easier, and you could choose different paths in the game that would make it easier. And Sekiro expanded this by modulating the difficulty for each boss on how many you had already beaten. Interesting.
I like the last point. I'm not sure about the first one. Like, I feel like, again, you just fall back to this charm system.
Yeah.
But it's just so good. Like, I really love the idea of like customizing your character to your playstyle. Like that concept is just amazing.
It was so good. It was just executed so well. And
I heard that, what is it, in like Ori and the Will of Wisp, is that the second one? That they did the same or something similar? And like,
in Will of the Wisp, yeah, it was essentially the same thing. And what's funny is that the devs had actually criticized Hollow Knight for the charm system, but then that's exactly what they ended up using in their game.
Yeah, I mean, like, my friend was telling me that, you know, there's some really good charms on there that just make it so much easier to play, like, for his play style. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I would like to go for.
Interesting. When you do the ball bounce,
like a skill tree or something.
When you go to use the ball bounce, it counts it as your second jump. Like, I can't jump again after that. After landing on the ground, that's a second jump.
Yeah, I need to... that's like another piece of feedback that's come out of this is the second jump should be more visual, that you've made a second jump. Because at the moment, you can't really tell, especially when you're doing this ball bounce mechanic, then... Yeah.
I mean, other than the whatchamacallit, the dust is in the air, thus it's the second jump.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like the first jump and the second jump visually are the same.
Yeah.
So like in Hollow Knight, like as an example, they use
very
the wing
separate.
second jump, right? So you know when you second jumped by accident, for example. So that's something like that. Like I've got a lot of suggestions from people saying to add rocket boots or something similar, which I think would fit.
Interesting. Let's see. Make that music go away. What was next? So you should make that robot boss that can fire different sizes of mechanical parts, like a long part, or maybe absorbs parts from the stage, and reveals spiky floors, or maybe takes little bits of your currency and shoots it. And maybe a driller boss that drills into the ground and comes back up, and maybe like bounces off the walls across the screen. All right.
I'm writing those down.
Take them. Let's see, general question on the development process. How long did it take you to get comfortable with Unity as an engine and get productive making the game instead of screwing around with the engine libraries?
So I started like, it's over a year now. It's probably almost like 14 months. But like previous to that, I didn't know how to code at all. So I just basically just followed YouTube tutorials for a long time. But whenever you start out, they say start small. Like in any video that you watch about game development, they always recommend you to start small. So, and at the beginning I just made small games and super buggy games and all sorts. And I kind of on the side was making stuff for Haiku. So like I had this dream of doing Haiku, but obviously I didn't have the expertise yet to do it. So I just made like a bunch of small games. And when you start out, you have like all of these amazing ideas that you want to just like get out. And I think making small games really helps you just get out ideas, because like I wanted to make a Tamagotchi and all sorts of stuff for Baby Yoda when that craze hit.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like I did like stupid stuff like that, and it really helps like to learn the engine and to learn how to code and stuff like that, because it doesn't, you just keep the scope small and that's it, so you don't really have to do much, and then everything breaks because you're a noob at it.
Yeah.
But then when you're like fixing it, that's the part where you learn most, I feel. So it's you're just constantly moving forward no matter what you're doing. Like if you're just doing like random stuff, at least you're learning. But like after a few game jams, so like game jams are kind of where you make a game in like 48 hours. Like they're typically 48 hours, they can be longer. But you only have like 2 days to make a game. And those are really great to kind of just test your skills, like to see how much you've learned and stuff like that. And when I did my last game jam, I was just like, oh wow, like I didn't really need to look at any tutorials or anything. I just did it all myself.
You just knew it at that point, huh?
And then that's the kind of point where you feel more confident in what you're doing. But it takes time and practice, like anything. And there'll be, like we were discussing earlier as well, there'll be days where you think, yeah, I've got this, and then other days where you're like, oh man, what am I doing?
Makes sense. Oh, I know that feeling. What am I even doing? Will Haiku be able to collect different weapons or equipment to create specific builds, kind of like Charms and Hollow Knight? So I mean, we're already kind of doing the abilities, but what about different weapons?
So
the bomb's kind of a weapon.
Yeah, so like all of the kind of abilities and upgrades for the abilities like should allow you, some of them will allow you like there'll be kind of like combat mechanics for like the bomb and like the timer and stuff like that it has, where you have to hit to recharge it and stuff like this. But like for the sword, I don't think I'll make different weapons in the sense of like that they behave differently.
Yeah.
it would be more like upgrades to the sword. Like it would get longer, and I'm kind of playing around with an idea of like, you know, if it shoots out short slashes or something, so it kind of turns into a ranged weapon a little bit.
Yeah.
But like I hope to play test like most of it. Like most of it's just a question of, you know, just implement it, play around with it, and just see how it feels.
Man, there's some games where you get hit and you're just like, I didn't realize I got hit. Maybe the screen like flashes a little bit red, but this one does so good. It's just like, ow, okay, I got it, got hit.
That's good to hear.
Let's see, if/when Haiku, the robot, is successful, do you plan on making DLCs or updates?
Definitely. I love free content, so why not give out free content to others?
Right?
No, I mean, like, I've had so much support anyway from like community, and when I released the demo and I saw like a bunch of people speedrunning it, I was just like, I need to do something, you know, for those people. Like I recently just uploaded the speedrunner build, so it has like the building timer but it also stops when you enter a portal, and then it continues when you get like load into the next room.
That's awesome.
So like I like kind of giving back to the community in a sense, because they help me continue with like all the positive comments and feedback and stuff like that. So like, in all honesty, I probably wouldn't be this far if it wasn't without them. So might as well give back.
Ooh, let's see what was next. In terms of lore, how deep do you expect it to be, and will the lore be intricate and unconfirmed as Hollow Knights, or will it be more straightforward?
I really like that mystery feel, and I think it fits well, like really well with the Metroidvania genre. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be a bit more mysterious and not so upfront. There will be some parts that are upfront, but like smaller details will be just, you know, smaller details that are left up for like interpretation and stuff.
There you go. And then on the same vein, lore-wise, would it tell the story of the world around it, or Haiku only, or a little bit of both?
Definitely both.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite tiers on the Kickstarter is the create a character tier, because we've only sold like one so far, but
yeah,
like I just find that tier like super interesting, because you can do so much with that. Like you know, it could be like from a shopkeeper all the way to, you know, like some little dude that's just traveling around the world on his own little adventure, and you can like think of like what that adventure is for that guy and stuff like that. I think that's like the most exciting one, in my opinion.
There it is. Yeah, the builder character. I was thinking about it. I don't know. Maybe. Because how many of these ones are there? There's 5? Okay. Chat. Build a character. My head's kind of blocking it a little bit, but that sounds awesome.
But what's awesome is that we sold all of the build a boss tier. So we only had 3 of those, and they're completely gone.
Was that the one above? Was that the... It wasn't this one, was it? 3 backers.
Probably at the bottom.
Oh, because it was filled up, right? 3 backers. Yeah, this one. That's awesome. Build a boss.
Yeah,
that's great.
Those went surprisingly fast, actually.
I'm surprised there's these enemies left. There's only 3 of them.
Yeah, well, what you gonna do?
I know. Well, 3 left. I mean, it's awesome that that people are getting hyped on it and picking these up. That's great. That's awesome news. I can't wait to see this thing take off. Ooh, 637. People are backing. People be backing. Oh, let me throw that link in there again, and also link is in the description if you guys do want to back the game. So it's at 21,000. Was it at, so 22,000 is to 22,000 was the goal, wasn't it? Or was it 22,000 euros?
It's in pounds.
Pounds.
Because the country where I live in, they don't actually, it's not actually legible for Kickstarter.
Oh, interesting.
Luckily I have like a UK bank account, so I can use it through there.
Got it. So 22,000 pounds is fully funded, which is up to the essentially $28,000 USD. So we're getting there. We're almost there. 2 weeks away, 16 days. And if it gets up to 25,000 pounds, then we're looking at the Nintendo Switch port. So there we go.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that we get that. And yeah, like I've already got the Nintendo developer license for porting it to the Switch.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like a done deal in a sense. Like this would just allow me to kind of work extra, because it's all quite new to me, so I want to kind of focus on one platform at a time. I don't want to try and do this, simultaneous release on like multiple platforms. So I'm going to do Steam first, which is the most like documented, and then move on to Nintendo.
Got it. Is there a lot that happens like with a port to make it go from PC to Nintendo Switch? Like, I don't know, in my mind, like after all these years, like gaming's been around for so long, and it's done in the same system, right? Unity?
Yeah.
So Unity can't just be like, yeah, here's the game, spit it out here and spit it out there. Does it just need to be optimized so that way it can actually run on the Nintendo Switch? Or what are some of the issues when it comes to porting?
So, I mean, like, I still have to experience all of this yet, right? So,
fair enough.
I don't know myself 100%, but it's more like optimizations. But I'm hoping that because this is kind of a low-res game, it shouldn't be too bad. But there's also other stuff like how you build the UI and stuff like that. Like, they have very strict rules on how the UI is laid out. Like, for example, the currency, they might not like because it's too far in the corner. Like,
really?
they might want a bit of extra margin and stuff like that. So it's like these small things that
and that's based on Nintendo, like to approve it?
Basically, yeah.
Interesting. I've heard that sometimes Nintendo can be sticklers when it comes to updating games and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like I think it's fine, to be honest. Like I get it. Like you know, they have like a level of quality that they want to achieve with all of their games on their kind of console. So I mean, I don't really mind it.
Yeah. Makes sense. So, let's see. Hey, chat. Do you guys have any more questions that you want to ask the developer here while we still got him? As we're playing through Haiku, the Kickstarter demo.
It's so strange to be called developer all the time.
Right.
It's like so new to me still, but it's. I guess I am at that point, aren't I?
Right. Somebody's asking DLC, and I think you were talking about having like extra content that would come out in time. But what about actual like paid DLC?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like the kind of the thinking is obviously just get the game out, like with the necessary, right? Like a well-polished game, and if it goes well, then yeah, I would definitely look into making DLCs. But what sort of DLCs? Probably still to come. It will probably be like, I'm pretty sure, like as you're developing the game, some area would get scrapped.
Yeah.
I like to think that it won't, but I don't know. Like, it even happened with Hollow Knight, right? They had this bone forest that they had to get rid of. So maybe if you come up with an amazing idea halfway through development, but you can't really fit it into the game, then that would be like an ideal sort of DLC for it.
Good stuff. Where did the name Haiku come from?
Ah, that's a good question. So originally I had the idea of making this little robot only talk in haikus, but yeah, I kind of liked it when it's more like they don't speak, because it just makes it feel much more mysterious.
Yeah.
But originally he was only able to talk in haikus.
Let's see. Jack asks, how long till the Kickstarter thingy ends? It's got 16 days left on it. Let's see. What new enemies are there going to be? I imagine there's just going to be a bunch of different stuff, right?
Yeah, basically, like, my core sort of, how would you call it? Maybe like mantra is just to keep it simple and to take inspiration from like everyday objects. I've kind of moved away from the everyday objects idea for characters. I think like you can make them a lot more human-like, but like the screws, the nuts, the bolts, all of that sort of stuff. The boss is actually just one of these garbage magnets that you know, you find in trash areas. But it's mainly just the inspiration is just everyday objects. So as long as I keep true to that, then I guess the possibilities are endless.
I mean, just look at Pokemon, right?
Yeah, exactly. How many must they be on right now? Like
Chat, how many Pokemon are in Pokemon now? I think it's got to be close to 1,000.
Really? Wow.
Let's see. What new enemies? Become a backer. What game is this? This game is Haiku, and it is a 2D platformer Metroidvania game where you play as this little robot, and you gain abilities like double jump, blow up a bomb, different things like that. Somebody asked, do you have any original ideas for mobility, i.e. using the bomb as a launch mechanism?
I've thought about it. I was thinking it could work nicely, like in the sense of you jump, bomb, and then or like the bomb could reset your double jump or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just have to play around with stuff. And I was thinking these are the sort of things that would be good as upgrades more than like just core abilities.
That makes sense. Let's see. According to Wikipedia, there's 896 Pokemon. There you go. See? It gets up there.
Did you ever play Pokemon?
I played the original 1 or 2, and then after that I fell off. And then now I've got 3 children now. My oldest is 7 years old, and so I got her into Pokemon Let's Go, just because it was as close to the original, and it was just something easier for her. We haven't played a whole lot of games with her, so I don't know, just needed a way to get her moving around in a 3D space. And yeah, so she really liked that. I think she's almost done with the game. It's taken her a little while. She kind of goes through phases of liking it, not liking it, and then we'll get her into probably Sword and Shield or something like that. But yeah, I liked Pokemon growing up. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite is Pokemon Gold. Like, I remember when they did the remake of it for the Nintendo DS. I purposely bought a Nintendo DS just so I could buy Pokemon Gold.
Yeah.
And actually the same happened with the Switch. I only got a Switch so I could play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
That's funny.
I like Pokemon.
I definitely have played. I can't remember which one. I think I might have played X and Y or one of the other ones while I was deployed. I got a handheld. I can't remember which one it was, but I literally bought it just for Pokemon and then just resold it to somebody else.
Yeah. It's a fun game, like, and it's not that hard either. So it's kind of just you just chill and explore, and
Yep.
it's almost like it almost has Metroidvania qualities as well.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Oh, very much so. Well, except only it's very linear, but
Yeah.
it definitely does have those same qualities, like you're saying. Oh. So anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. We'll probably raid somebody here in just a little bit. Was there anything else you wanted to say or talk about with the game before we take off?
No, I think we covered it, and thank you for your questions as well. I think those were really good questions, and also I got a lot of good ideas from this stream, so I really appreciate it.
Very awesome. So chat, if you have any other questions or anything else ideas that you want to bring to the table, whatever else, put that in chat right now. I'm going to be looking for somebody to raid. You are more than welcome to hang out with us as we do said raid. Maybe we'll find, I don't know, somebody doing something at this point. Maybe find somebody, I don't know why. Oh, you know, one of these days we've actually been kicking around the idea of playing Among Us. I just talked to Rusty about it, and then we're gonna try and reach out to all of the other the Hollow Knight YouTubers and see how that goes. So that's kind of something under the table for everybody who stayed here to the end.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I've seen that game just take off, man. It's
right?
It looks like such a fun game.
Let's see. What am I looking for? We're looking for maybe some.
So somebody asked about the color palette, and I think it's a good question to ask. It's not gonna be the same throughout the entire game. They are gonna change. You can actually see some different areas on the Kickstarter page, but I think like having this one color palette for the whole game would just be too tiring.
Definitely.
And
it's a
then
good idea
also
to switch that up.
somebody asked about realistic lights. It's surprisingly I get this a lot, and people asking for like, why don't you put lights in post-processing and stuff like that, and also why you don't put like parallax into the game, which is like, you know, how the background moves depending on where you are, sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
But the lighting, I just don't think it would fit the aesthetics. Like, you know, like I just feel like every sort of game has that now, and I really want to kind of keep that kind of retro vibe to it. But I mean, I don't know how to explain it, and I'm rambling now, but
I feel like I've heard the same conversation on a Family Guy episode, completely random. Like I'm having like really weird deja vu right now. This is strange.
Like for me, it looks retro, but it looks kind of modern in a sense. The visuals. So like I would like to keep that and not like make it look too modern, but not too retro. Some like happy medium is where it's at.
Barbara.
And Relia is
you.
the person who's working on the game right now. This seems cool. I know we raid Relia a lot, but like this
Barbara.
seems kind of cool. So.
Oh my gosh, we're about ready to raid Barbara, and she's raiding me.
Drill. Hashtag Barbarian Raid. I'm gonna come along with you. Click the link in chat. Drop in Relia's stream. Give him a like.
Oh my gosh.
Peace out.
Killing me.
I'll be chilling on my Discord for a little bit as I'm getting ready for bed, doing my stretches and stuff.
That's Spider-Man. She's not playing the thing though.
Not?
Barbara. No, you.
No, you're not.
We're doing the Spider-Man. Hey. She's not playing the thing. Yeah.
Inception.
We're both we're both thinking the same thing. This is great.
I don't know what that reference
You don't know
is.
what that is? It's the two Spider-Men pointing at each other going, "No, you. I'm going to raid you. No, I'm going to raid you." I mean, that's not what they necessarily say, but
New.
all right. Yeah, who are we going for?
Oh.
I'm going to raid you. No, I'm going to raid you. Shoot. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with my life. Barbara, pick somebody. You pick somebody.
Yeah.
It's
who
fun.
you gonna do? You pick.
Oh my gosh, I said you pick. Let's go Chadley.
No, you pick.
We're going Chadley. Oh. We're going Chadley. That's funny.
Oh, this 10-second delay is killing
I
me.
know.
That
It's
happens
killing me.
like a lot, I would say. On Twitch, it happens to me as well.
Does it? You have that happen as well? But yeah, so if you guys don't know, real quick,
Okay.
we're interviewing the dev of Haiku, which is a Kickstarter
everybody's
game.
still here.
Definitely worth checking out. It's going to be a Metroidvania game. Yes. I'll see you over in Chadley's stream.
Jelly!
Okay. Chat. Go.
No, he's closing off too.
Alright.
Is
Well,
he?
thanks
All right.
for
Hey,
having
I'll
me.
let you go. I know it's like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning for you. So get back to bed, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you. See
Alright.
you later,
No,
man.
Bye, buddy.
He's finishing up too.
Okay, we're not ending.
Oh no, this is just a big giant raid fail. Raid fail. Raid fail.
Oh, so he's not ending either?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go check out Goshen's. Wow, I can't believe that just happened. Who do we raid? I know, right? 11 pixels? Is that a person? Are they live? But they're... Oh, what is this? They're not... What am I watching right now? What is this? I don't know what that music is. I'm not trying to get copyright strike. We're gonna go to Goshen's games. Why not? It's an easy one. Love the mustache. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the mustache. We're going over here. Hashtag Aurelia Raid. Read the chat. He's not ending. Ah, shoot. Okay, we're going Chad Lee then. Chad Lee, go back. Delete. Remove. We're going Chad Lee. We just split up the raid. Come over here. I want to see Among Us.
Alright.
I want to see Among Us.
But if you guys are gonna play,
Over here.
and you're
I'm
in
sorry.
the-
I messed up.
If you're in the game, I do ask that you pause the stream
Okay.
because otherwise
There we go.
you'll know if I'm an
This
imposter
was
or not,
chaos.
So I don't want no cheaters.
There we
I
go.
don't want any cheaters.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream, but I'm gonna hang out in the
No
thing over there.
cheaters here.
Dude, thank you so
Hey,
much for the
Wesley,
$5
thank you
super
for the
chat, by the way.
subscription. You're
It
officially
means a
part
lot.
of
Thank you
Chadley's
so
Dog
much.
Squad.
Thank you,
Appreciate
my
it.
friend.
Thank you so much.
Is he copying me right
Alright,
now?
I'm gonna.
All right, I'm ending the stream. Head over there.
I'm gonna put
Alright,
it in
bye.
the chat.